beautiful bounce pass to R.J. Barrett, who finishes and gets fouled. That's just beautiful basketball.
A freshman out of Heath Woodhall High School in South Carolina. Lost the basketball, and here come the Blue Devils. Barrett lays it up. Williamson throws it down.
Again, Zion always around the ball. That live ball turnover is a killer. I mean, you just cannot turn it over against Duke because they're too good in the open floor, too athletic, too fast, too good of finishers. And how about the little drop up off there? I think even I could throw that lob.
Another fine American.
Zion Williamson with another block shot.
This is, you don't see that walking down.
Here's Paris, and that got turned over. Jones a little over the shoulder for Williamson. Come on. Come on. You know, it's way early. Right now, this is over the shoulder, never dribbles. Yep. Throw it at the glass.
And that's just knowing that there's two parts of the lob. One, obviously, the pass, but you got to trust. And he actually got to know Coach K pretty well through the national team because he would go to practices out there and
Call it off.
never mind.
Call it off.
This one is still loose. Now down to the Zags. Norvell in transition. They got numbers. Oh, what a block by Williamson. Barrett, it's a three, and it's well short. Whoa, Williamson!
All season long, Jack White getting an extra possession for Duke, and it ends up with Zion Williamson finishing above the rim. Cam Reddish has turned the ball over. Durham is a good player. I really like him.
Schmidt, another missed layup. Langford rejected by Williamson.
This just doesn't happen to Romeo Langford very often.
You know, we've gotten a chance to watch them a lot in practice. We were with them on the Canada tour, saw them in the hotel. Here's another one. I mean, it is a dunk fest right now.
3 years ago, and he's trying to find a way to get his team back to that level.
Dangerous territory for Zion.
Punishes the rim when he goes to the rack.
Zion Williamson with a steal. Lays one off the backboard for Barrett. Especially when they're this unselfish.
Well, and again, we talked about it earlier. That's why they run so hard. Zion Williamson could go dunk this, but the unselfish play off the glass, and how about the finish over the top? Where are we at, Rucker Park? That's incredible. The timing, R.J. Barrett way up to get that one.
Two players converge. Barrett emerges and pulls it back out.
Oh, I like your point. Well, let's see who got it. Well, there's no question about that one.
To defend. And he starts right there with number 3. With the pressure. There it is.
Get the takeaway.
Okay. Oh, are you serious? Slam, jam, bam. Get him ready for the NBA dunking contest. Bring on Dominique Wilkins. Bring on all the great ones from years ago. Oh, they love it. Look at them jumping with joy. They got their treat for the night here.
Dick Vitale, Mount Rushmore of college basketball book to talk about. Dipsy Doo Dunkaroos, the Mount Rushmore of dunkers. Where would that guy fit in? We'll talk about that when we come back.
Got directions.
Barrett. And now Syracuse with numbers on the break. As you do, swatted by Williamson. And then a battle for the ball and a foul against the Orange. Zion Williamson.
Are you kidding? Chased it down and just swatted that thing before it could get up to the top. That's his third block. Blocks it with the left hand and has to watch his head on the landing. What a big-time play by Zion Williamson.
Right around Williamson, but he missed the layup. Now Zion in traffic. Jams it home with the right hand.
Virginia going after the ball low, dive, and then Jerome makes a gamble, and that opened up the lane. Huff tries to block it, but he couldn't get all the way over to it. Hit him on the arm, and yet Zion Williamson strong enough to finish that play in spectacular fashion. Wow.
Coming up on 8 minutes to go.
How about Williamson out there being able to guard point guards? But
Alvarado had it swatted off the glass.
And Alvarado thought he had a layup, and he would have against most people, but number one caught up to him from behind. Watch this. Watch this. This is a basket right here in his mind. Not in Zion Williamson's mind.
Haven't seen a lot of Bolden here in the second half. Or Jack White. Here's timeout, Josh Pastner.
That same thing. I mean, a great pass over the top by Reddish. Nobody on the back line. I mean, you know, he's just pointing. He's been doing that the whole afternoon. And Josh Pastner, a good timeout for him.
Another Notre Dame freshman. The plan was for him to redshirt this year. That plan. Whoa! Williamson up near the top of the square. It seemed to just rip that out of the air.
Well, that looked like it hit the backboard, but what a spectacular block by Zion Williamson. But I thought hard to tell, but man, what a guy that can get up like that. Yeah, that hit the backboard first. That was missed by the referee.
You know, he's poked in the eye in the first half, had double vision, so he never played the rest of the game.
Whoa! He blocks Mooney's shot. The ball stayed in bounds.
It's almost like you don't have words anymore. Spectacular play after spectacular play, and he makes it look almost routine.
Kota was his fourth. Zion Williamson spikes it out of bounds.
There's again that shot blocking ability. I can't wait to sit here with UB Brown and hear UB dissect and analyze the game of Zion. UB, one of the great minds in the history of basketball, who's affected many coaches with his teaching ability, including yours truly. I used to steal for UB. My complaint is the NCAA is very simple. Why does it take so darn long to make decisions? Another turnover, dribble.
Look
dribble.
out!
Why not? Just throw it up on top and let the big guy go get it. Let the big guy with a little monster mash. Yeah, the NCAA takes forever.
It must be fun to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's fun if you can play up in the stratosphere like him.
Out to a slow start, but again, a big night last night against Pitt. Nice look to Boeheim, who's looking for help, and Williamson comes up with the steal, and here he goes.
I mean, who is going to stop this? And that knee looked just fine there. Leads the ACC in steals, and that's why. He read the eyes of Buddy Boeheim, knew that the play was going to be behind the action, and was able to shoot that gap. Wonder if we'll see this.
Steal by Williamson. Oh!
Steals because his anticipation is just so good, and no words can describe his finishing ability. When you're known by one name, you're pretty good, Dan.
For Florida State.
Walker, strong drive. Williamson down with the rebound. What a pass! What a pass from Williamson to Jones.
And a lot of guts to be able to throw that pass. The left-handed bounce pass in stride to his young teammate, Trey Jones. Man, that was pretty.
Unbelievable, baby. Grant Hill. What a superstar. Wow, Grant. He exploded. He exploded.
Second time they've changed the man-to-man coming out of a timeout. Lob pass, not. Oh, yo!
Boy, is that a flashback to the Final Four.
That lob was tougher than the one in the Final Four. I thought the ball was thrown out of the gym. How he ever completed that?
I saw it, but I don't believe it.
I don't either. I do not believe he was able to catch that ball and put it back in.
Zone. Beautiful.
Up over Montrose, and he put a saddle on him.
There we go. Look at this. He cuts in, Brent. Boom. Now, then he just saddled him up. Instead, bam. Poor little Roy Rogers.
Foster, picked off by Hill. Look out. He'll get it the easy way.
Come to meet the pass. He's got to give NC State some credit. Grant Hill with the block, goes up top and jams it. Well, you talk about the whole package.
That 5-point Duke lead, but Grant Hill might have a steal, and if he does, look out on the other end.
But the Duke defense is tightened up. This is just a wonderful play. Hill knocks the ball away and then chases it down.
Duke is running. The bounce to Leitner, and he somehow stuffed it in. Incredible play by Leitner.
Duke's going to stay with this until Tech solves it.
What a move. Thomas Hill. Grant Hill. Good grief.
Barry wondering, where did he come from?
Hill backing in on Lynch. Tough turnaround jumper. Rebound to Leitner. Here comes Duke. Grant Hill on the fly.
Bad pass, Hill. He's got the numbers. Clark to Hill to Clark.
And that's a drill that kids work on.
Hill for three. They're just doing everything right.
You'll see a lot of that next year. Look at that.
It's like magic. Hill stop and pop. Big bucket for Duke.
The iron rebound. Grant Hill. Yes.
Grant Hill.
Well, that's a tough play, and Ross just gave Leitner a belt coming out of the
Transfer from Shawan Junior College. And look at Hill.
Oh, he's only 3 of 8.
Grant Hill plays it home. Here's Grant Hill. 4 on 3. Clark left wing, up and in off the window. Grant Hill in close, puts it home. Hill running one-hander, banks it in nicely.
So normally that's pretty good.
Very soon.
Clark, backdoor alley-oop, the jam for Grant Hill. Big back out to Collins, another 3-point. Too long. Grant does it. That's the sure two.
Grant Hill. Yes.
Oh, man.
And he's fouled.
That is some kind of play. Man.